part of what we must do if children are to succeed during this time is to teach parents or adults how to be parents. I think I finally figured out how to be a parent after our third child came. The first one, I'm going to tell you, was trial and error. Man, it was a new experience, especially putting on a diaper. I'm going to tell you. They didn't have those things they have now where you just tape and it's a quickie. You don't have to have any talent whatsoever. But you try those cloth boys. Let me just tell you. Those cloth boys were difficult. Now, maybe not for the women, but I got to tell you, when I would do it and I would say, and sometimes I would put them on and I'd put the diaper on, and the child would start walking and the diaper would be off. God, come on. And then I'd say, get back here, and then you got powder and all this kind of stuff. And then you don't want to put it, pin in the kid's side, which I did once, and you say to yourself, why is the kid crying? God, you got a pin in the kid. It's things we take for granted that we shouldn't take for granted. Measuring formula. Little things. If we organize ourselves in a way and work with parents or adults who really ultimately become parents, things change. And we get parents to be able to read and to read to their children. Things change. And get parents to talk to their children. It's like quiet time in your home. I don't know if you ever had quiet time. We did. There was no noise, no radio, no TV. We talked to one another. And sometimes it was stuff you didn't want to hear, but we talked. Those days have passed us by, but I argue some of it can be recaptured now. And the example I'll use will be the V2s when they hit England. It's a beautiful article that has been written, where individuals living, it was like brownstone, they were adjacent, didn't know each other. But when the V2s started hitting, people got to know each other. Much like 9/11. If there was one positive thing that came out of 9/11, it was, for at least a week and a half, we got to know each other. And we genuinely cared about each other. We would talk to each other. Well, the same thing about children. It's an investment that we can't wait on. We must make it now. When I look at myself at 66, I say to myself, what will tomorrow be like? And if we continue down the path that we're going, it will be something like the following. You will have nice highways, but you will have no one to traverse them. That is going to work, but they'll be able to ride in automobiles, but they won't be able to obtain gainful employment because they will not have been prepared because we didn't invest in them. If you want a better tomorrow, you focus your energy, your time, your resources on what's important now. And I believe the most important investment a country, a nation, a state, a city could make happens to be in the education of its youth. And I don't mean just reading, writing, and arithmetic. I'm talking about working with them through various vehicles, community organizations, because the worst thing in the world is to have a population made up of individuals with degrees, but they have no common sense. And so I want our children to be able to read. I want them to be able to obtain gainful employment. But boy, I want them to have common sense, and I want them to care about one another, and I want them to understand that their obligations transcend who they are and their family, and extends to others. And if we do that, Connecticut will flourish. Recessions will come and go. We've had 10 since World War II, and we've come out of them. But we have yet to make children first. My closing statement. It's a quote I use, and it's mine. I don't believe in obstacles. I believe they simply represent opportunities that await creative reflection. The question is, Connecticut, when will we engage in creative reflection that results in positive action? Thank you.